Hi, Edie and Tim. Congratulations on the show. I really enjoyed watching it. So
Oh,
tell me,
thanks.
why do you think this show is so successful?
Hmm. I I think this show is successful because it's wild. I think we're trying things in a different way than other shows are. I think the show is genuinely hard funny, meaning it's legitimately a comedy, but the dramatic moments are genuinely riveting, and it's got action and suspense unlike any comedy I've ever seen. I think it's just there's a lot of ingredients in the soup, and I don't think there are a ton of shows that are attempting to do so many things in a giant way.
And Tim, why do you think people join mega churches?
Oof. I mean, that's loaded. Not belonging to one myself, I don't know how accurately I can answer that, but I think that, people want a sense of community. They want a sense of belonging, and they want to be part of something bigger than what they are, which I think is, also a big reason why people love the show. The scope of the show is really big. And like Edie said, we can play drama because of that scope. And then the hard laughs that come out of it come from, some people just kind of morbidly watching this like rich family kind of implode or try to maintain and protect power. But I think they love it also because there's a family dynamic to it, whether you belong to a mega church or a regular church, or you're just in a town that has those things. You see this family and you see the dysfunction and you relate to it. You feel for the person that you relate to as they're trying to navigate this like very complex power dynamic, which is very familiar but has a lot of money added to it and a lot of power and a lot of stakes.
And Edie, why do you think Judy is prone to neurotic and psychotic behavior?
I think that part of it is Judy probably just came out that way. She probably was born with a little bit of a chip on her shoulder. And just because Jesse was already around, I think she probably came out a little bit like ready to fight. I think also too, I think her mother, who is now deceased, got her and saw her. And I think now that person is gone. And so I think it's an extra like, dare me, I can do it. I think she's constantly got something to prove. And part of that is like proving it to her mom.
And Tim, why do you think BJ is sticking with Judy, and do you think he can overcome his intimidation of her soon?
Yeah, great question. I think that he sees something in Judy that maybe other people don't see, maybe even that the audience hasn't seen yet, but is starting to see. He really sees her heart, and I think that they understand each other in a way that is outside the family structure. And when she's behaving, in her Judy way around the family, I think he has empathy for that and compassion for it, which makes their bond really kind of, unique and solid. And I think it's probably a really sexy, fun time for them behind closed doors too, if I'm being honest.
And Edie, can you describe your character in season 2, the arc of your character?
Yeah, I think that you just get a little more of a glimpse into Judy's heart, and I think that's always there, even when she's coming in hot. I think she's basically a raw nerve, and I think she gets her feelings hurt really easily and is constantly striving. But I think you get to just peek behind the curtain a little bit into the softness that is there. It's just a peek, but you get to see a little bit of her humanity, I think.
And Tim, can you describe the arc of your character in season 2?
Yeah, so I think season one, you know, finishes with BJ kind of finally standing up for himself and asserting himself in his relationship with Judy. And so as a result, he's kind of, you know, pushed or pulled into the family dynamic a little bit more, you know, and you'll see in episode 4 that you know, there's a big event where he feels like he's becoming one of the family members, and that should give him acceptance, but it doesn't quite give him acceptance. So we're watching his road to being accepted by the rest of the family members, what he has to do to prove himself, and how much it takes for him to really feel like, okay, now maybe I'm part of the Gemstone clan.
Thank you very much for joining us, and good luck on the show.
Thanks so
Thank
much,
you.
Janet.